processing the case of the stolen 110 ATV Coleman white 2021. The other night, it got stolen the same night that Tony, my tenant, had his brakes fixed by some guy. Next thing, his wife, they are separated for 9 years, and kids all in the side of the lawn like it was a picnic. I asked them to leave. They wouldn't leave. They're swearing at me. They're running in and out of the yard. It said no trespassing. I called the cops. They didn't come near me. I called the police. The dispatch said I had to go fill out a form. I was trying to tell her there's people here that were... But, once again, they were casing out the joint. And any weaknesses that I didn't catch because I got so much going on. They wanted that four-wheeler because of the fact that their stuff was abandoned and I sold the bike. So when George said, give me the money for the bike or I'm going to take your four-wheeler, I said, oh, you threatening me? He said, no. Well, I couldn't do nothing. I woke up the next day. Went in the garage. The bike was gone. The ATV was gone. On something that I did that was honest. I try to help people, I get fucking screwed. They stole from me, they lied, they didn't pay rent, they've been gone for 4 months. That was my hard-earned money that I can't get back to give for the kids, to enjoy. To ride, the ones that come here and enjoy what I got to show for. And it's proven on video that neighbors, friends, they come. They got to the back because it was dark. They wrecked my fence. They went to the back of the garage where it was quiet. Side of the garage, they jimmied the lock. Fortunately, the police didn't come that day when I told her, the dispatch. So I stayed in the house. Then I called the cops. Deputy Belfry, I think it was, came. Was very polite and nice. He stayed, he took pictures. He asked, and when you're asking, you can't think of everything at once because it's going so fast. And then when you start relaxing, then stuff hits you. Tony didn't do nothing that day when he was like, I said, Tony, get them out of the yard. He looked at me and shrugged his shoulder like, oh, we can't do nothing about it. They won't listen to me. Okay. I don't really trust him that much. Good friend. Wouldn't steal, but he knows those kids stole that four-wheeler. But he'll fucking... will try to stay out of it because he doesn't like conflict. The trailer's mine. Abandonment. 4 months. She bought it. He's living in it. So it's not his on that part. It is mine. My property. Alfonso Bernardo Jr.'s. Because of that. The RV it's left here. I sold it for $450 because that's all I can get for it, a piece of shit. And you know what? Being a nice guy, I gave it to her because Tony was saying, oh, she's going to get kicked out. She paid $700. She got no money. Yeah, here's $400. I could have kept that money, but I'm not like that. I try to help. But I get gouged every time. And I'm only one person trying to get stuff done because my trike with the motor and my that I'm building inside, I got to keep it inside the house. Because if they'd seen that, they would have took off with it. It's a one of a kind. Never going to find this fucking bike. It broke. They broke it in the first place, the ATV, by the shock, the right front shock. There was a bad weld that they broke it. They got it fixed somehow. I had to pay a guy $90 for their mistake because their mother wouldn't pay. Their mother doesn't care because they're a bunch of juvenile delinquents. But I hope Citrus County sheriffs, investigators, and detectives do something, because then last night I had to call the cops because they were going to buy like a drive-by. They came, they seen it, they seen the truck that was unregistered, uninsured. He lost them on Donovan. He came back, I told him 3 locations where they would be. Last night, I didn't sleep. They were going up and down the street, slow. And then today, I seen them going up and back and down on the power lines on that truck. Will justice ever be served on that one? I'm very hurt because it was for the kids. Just wanted to share with the kids, have a good time. Give them rides, going to trails. So a little $110. $1,000 plus tax was $11.99. That was my stimulus check. I always sacrifice and I always get fucked. And that's the God's honest truth. I hate liars, I hate scammers, I hate stealers, thieves. I swear, tell the truth, nothing but the truth, because that's all I got. I got nothing to hide. Now I'm nervous every night to go to sleep, because how do I know my ducks and geese aren't going to be safe? Open the gate, let them out. My investment, 22 birds. I got 7 white ducks, pecans. I got Lucky, a little duck. He's a few months old. He's got 1 eye. I got 6 chicks with him. I got 4 chickens. 2 of them are Rhode Island. 2 of them are the white ones. 2 turkeys, male and female. 2 geese that are my joy and pride. So I'm with them. I raised them. Are all these guys. Kids love them around the neighborhood. I got videos to show that. During this pandemic and the way 2021 is, it's awful. Nobody can afford a water park or a petting zoo or see the birds or play miniature golf or go on a swing set and trampoline, and families love it. And I don't charge. I say a donation, but you know what? Ooh. Sorry about that. It just slipped. I'm just tired. I haven't slept. I'm just so nervous with my place. God had mercy on their souls if He chooses to do so. They got away with it. Hopefully justice serves. And they all go to jail. Because it's a felony, burglary, breaking and entry, destroying property. And you know what? I take a loss. Now I gotta spend my little money that I have, that I get, on securing a place, and I'll have no money for food or nothing for the month. But I'll have to do, and live on peanut butter and jelly and cheap hot dogs and bread and, just the basics for a month. Because every bit of my money's got to go into cameras, motion lights, and locks, and right now I'm dead in the water. I'm trying my best. I got my dogs, but what do? Do I sleep in the garage? I don't want to hurt nobody, but I'm being threatened. So I got to protect myself. I'm old-fashioned. 53 years old. I have no time for the kiddie games and thievery and think they're funny and swear up and down the road, and it's okay. I'm a little upset with Tony, the tenant, about, and I keep on telling him I don't want to hear about that family. I don't. And he keeps on going and going. I just can't do it. It's not worth the $300 that I get, because the $300 I get, I put back into the land so kids can have fun. That's what I buy stuff, lights and. Uh, I'm selling my boat to try to get and I'm taking a loss on the boat so I could try to buy something that I can give the rides to the kids to, and it's just awful because you got the thieveries. People are, and everybody knows, George Wolf, Brandon Roach, Hayden, freaking Abigail Rogers, the one I helped that ran away, but I talked to Detective or Officer Ramos, and I said, I'll take her in. Because I believed her. Oh, she lies, doesn't do nothing, she doesn't like authority. That's why she ran away from her father. Then she said her father was the bad guy. She plays the victim. Get the fuck out. And I called Officer Ramos to left a message. Never got it. But I called that day. It's on recorded message. That I needed him to call about the case of Abigail Rogers. Because she went to Tampa with her boyfriend. He came back to town, and all of a sudden the ruckus started again. Driving down the street, and a Ford Ranger, little Ford Ranger, broken back windshield, illegal, no plates, not registered, not insured, uninsured drivers, drug dealers. But hey, they live in the woods. There's where you find out the party house. Same thing with Hayden's house off of Creed. They're watching that house, but you know what? I ain't gonna tell the police what to do because they know what they gotta do. They know their job. They're probably, I don't know what they're doing, but I called out to the community and tried to see if, stolen a reward. I'd give $100 reward just to get it back for the kids. I even almost begged and cried, and you know what? The community didn't answer. If anyone has a riding lawnmower that they do not use without the deck, I give the rides to kids with the wagons. And the trails in my house. In the woods. I made trails. Society just isn't the same, man. It's awful, man. That's why I try not to leave my property, because who's going to watch it when I'm gone? Please help me. Thank you and God bless.